There's this common idea in sales that you lose a deal late in the game, right? Maybe at the proposal stage or when you're haggling over the price. But what if I told you that's mostly wrong? Yeah, let's dive into this because the reality is a whole lot harsher.
See, the hard truth is that most deals aren't lost at the end. They're lost right at the very beginning. We're talking within the first 90 seconds.
That's right. Before you even get a chance to do your discovery, before you can fire up that slick demo, and way before you can even start talking about value, the fate of your deal, it's pretty much sealed almost as soon as you open your mouth. Because this is the one question screaming in your buyer's head the second you start talking. They have absolutely zero patience for another seller who sounds exactly like the last five who called them, and they will make a snap judgment. So to really get why this is happening, we have to step into their shoes. We need to understand the world of the modern buyer. And let me tell you, it is a world of total chaos. The old sales playbook, it just doesn't apply anymore. I mean, just picture their day for a second. Their inbox is a constant tidal wave of emails. You've got internal demands, pitches from people like you, and just an endless stream of notifications. It is a nonstop fight for their attention. And it's not just email, right? At the exact same time, their phone is just constantly going off. Slack messages, texts, phone calls, every single ping demanding a little slice of their focus. And on top of all that external noise, their own team is pulling at them from every direction, asking for decisions, updates, and approvals. The pressure is just relentless. It never stops. And then you show up. Right in the middle of all that chaos, another salesperson appears and opens with this classic, totally self-centered line. For the buyer, this is like a giant red flag. And just like that, it's game over. You've just signaled that you are there to take up their time, not to give them value. Their attention snaps away, and honestly, so does any chance you had of closing that deal. So here's the bottom line. In those first critical moments, you have to prove three things, and you have to do it fast. First, that you actually get their world. Second, that you're bringing a valuable insight, not just a sales pitch. And third, that this conversation is going to help them win. If you miss on any one of these, that deal is dead before it even starts. This is exactly where the winners pull away from the pack. They do something different. They completely flip the script. They stop selling, and they start helping. It's a total mindset shift. Okay, look at this side by side. It's so revealing, right? Your average seller leads with their product. Let me tell you what we do. It's all about them. But the winning seller, they lead with an insight about the buyer's world. See the difference? One is selling, the other is helping. It's always insight before product, and it's always questions before presentations. This is what that modern seller looks like. They're confident, they're prepared, and they don't lead with features and benefits. They open the conversation with something that's immediately relevant and valuable to the person they're talking to. And here is a perfect example of what that sounds like in the real world. Now, this isn't a pitch, is it? It's a peer-to-peer conversation about a very real problem that exists in their industry. It immediately shows you've done your research, and more importantly, it makes the buyer feel understood. And when that happens, they start to listen. Okay, so this sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? Well, here's a super simple, actionable framework you can literally use on your very next call. It's just 3 steps. First, you lead with relevance. You show them you get the pressures they're under. Then, step 2, you deliver a nugget of insight, something valuable they might not have thought about. And finally, step 3, you ask an impact question that connects that insight directly to what they care about: cost, efficiency, risk, or growth. Now, let's watch this framework in action. See what's happening here? You're leading with the relevant pressure of modernization. You deliver the insight about balancing speed and risk. Then you hit them with that powerful impact question that gets them talking about their own plans. Suddenly, you're not pitching, you're having a strategic conversation. And when buyers are talking, deals start moving. So let's bring it all home. In this crazy, chaotic market, why does this modern approach work so well when the old way just falls flat? The reason is actually pretty simple. It all boils down to this. Attention isn't something you're just given anymore. It has to be earned. Buyers are completely overwhelmed, and they'll only reward the sellers who can cut through all that noise with some real clarity and genuine value. So if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. Those first 90 seconds, they don't sell the whole deal. Of course not. but they absolutely 100% decide if that deal even gets a chance to live or if it dies right then and there.
So, what does this all mean for you, for me, for all of us? It means that just being an average seller today makes you completely invisible. If you want to win the deals that others don't even get a chance to compete for, you have to lead with relevance. You have to respect the buyer's time. Because in today's market, it's that simple. Only relevance wins.